Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to do the element of art classwork, which looks like this, okay? You will find it in modules, okay? You click on modules and you're gonna click on elements of art classwork, okay? Elements of art classwork, and then it will open up to here, all right? Only you do not need to watch the video because we went over all of the elements in class. However, if you were absent or you've forgotten what the elements are, you can watch the video. It's not that long, okay? What I need you to do online, the only thing I need you to do online is type the element definition that is located here in the poster. So you're going to type exactly what you see. If for some reason you cannot see the words, you click on this magnifying glass with the plus on it, and you click on what you want magnified, and it makes it larger, okay? To put it back on the original size, you just click on fit, and then you're good to go. I have already typed in the definition, but I will redo it so you can see what I did. So it'll look blank like this, and then you're just gonna type the definition. So here it says the path created by a point moving through space. There is no need to look up the definition. It is right here given to you. Also, here are some examples of lines which will help you when you are creating your examples. So here I have my sheet with my examples. I know that's backwards, but I will show you what that looks like in a second. Okay. Here is the only other thing I need you to do online. Okay. You're going to do the drag and drop. These items here you will do on paper. Anything that you have to draw, you will do on paper. Okay. So I'm going to fill in scribble, diagonal. This is a thick line, and this is a thin line. All right. All right. Here are some examples of lines. Okay. So you're going to give me a vertical line, which is this right here, a horizontal line, which is this right here, a zigzag line, this is a zigzag line, and a dashed line. A dashed line is a broken line, okay? This is a dashed line here. Then you're going to give me your own example, and you're going to label it, okay? Tell me what that line is. I'm going to insert the images of my papers so you can see what I did. Okay, so I'm going to make a new slide. I have 2 sheets. So I'm going to make a new slide. And the way I do that is insert image camera. There's 2 ways to do this. I'll do both ways. Insert image camera. Always click allow. Okay, make sure the entire page fits on the screen. And then I'm going to take the picture. All right. I'm also going to take a picture of the back, because this is my, I did the entire example, and I'll go over it with you. All right. I'm going to choose the first one. Let me move this out the way. If I can move this out the way, maybe it's not going to let me. Here we go. There we go. Insert. So this is my first sheet. And of course, I did tell you all you do not need to insert your image, but I'm doing this for you all so you can see what I did. I know it's a little blurry. So I'm going to see if I can adjust it for you so you can see a little bit better. Okay. So that's my first image. And then the back, I'll show you another way to insert your image. There's a square with 2 triangles in it. That's the icon for insert image and camera. I took both pictures, so I don't need to take a picture again. I'm just clicking on the one that I need to insert, and there it is. Okay. Now, I don't need to see myself in it, so I'm going to crop. The way I do that is double clicking it, and I'm going to bring in the black lines so I can crop my image. All right. It's a little blurry, as I said before, but I'm going to adjust it a little so you can see a little bit better. So I always adjust the brightness and the contrast to that. It makes it a little more helpful. Okay, so this is what I did for line. Okay, I have my example, vertical, horizontal line, zigzag line, dashed line, and I created my own line. Okay, you're going to create your own here. All right, for shape, you're going to type in the definition. Okay, and on the next slide, you're going to tell me what, drag the word geometric or organic to the corresponding image. The triangle is geometric. The blob or the pond is organic. The X is organic. And the tree is organic. On your paper, you're going to write example, star, the letter L, a geometric shape, an organic shape, and my own. And it's going to look like this. I know it's again, it's a little bit blurry. Okay. But you get the basic idea of what I'm looking for. I'll also take a picture. I'll scan it so you'll have a better picture because this one is not the best. Let me do this. I'm going to take a picture on my phone so I can get a better picture. The lighting in here is not the greatest, so it's better that I take a picture on my phone. That way you can see much better. Okay, so I'm taking a picture on my phone. Now, of course, I know that you all are not allowed to use phones in class, but you can use them at home. So I'm going to insert my picture using my phone. If you hear that beep, that's the picture coming in on my phone. Okay. You probably don't see what I'm doing, but I am saving the picture onto my computer as an image, because when it comes in, it's not sent in as an image. All right, so here we go. I'm going to take this out And I'm going to put the one that I just took a picture of in. Okay, that's much better. Take that out and put this one in. Here we go. So hopefully you can see it a lot better. So here are my lines. And of course, I'm going to upload this onto Canvas. So if you need to look at this much closer, you may do that by clicking on Zoom and zooming in yourself. Okay. And then here, I have my shapes. These are my forms, and this is value. Color, space, and texture. Now I'm going to go over this with you. All right. So I have my star, my letter L, geometric shape, organic shape. Here I have my example, which I did a circle, my star, my block letter L. Please do not just write the letter L because that's a line. It needs to be the block letter. A geometric shape, I did a triangle. You're going to give me an organic shape, and then you're going to do your own shape. Okay. I did not label my shape, but I would like it if you label your shape. Please label your items. Okay. All right. Moving on to form. Form, I typed in my definition. Okay. Here are 4 examples. So you can give examples for your forms on your paper. And then you're going to drag and drop whether it is a shape or a form. Shapes are always flat. So I put shape on all of the flat images. And the cube is a form. Okay. You're going to give me a sphere, a cube, and your own example. So that's what I did here. Okay. So I gave an example. I did a pyramid. This is my sphere. Okay, this is the example that I want. You're going to make a bubble. Now, if you know how to do a value shaded sphere, please do so. However, because I have not taught it to you, I'm not expecting you to draw that right now. But here is another version of a sphere. A bubble is a sphere. So you're going to create a curve and a dot inside that circle. You'll have a sphere. For the cube, I'm going to quickly draw it for you on here. Okay, scribble. So you have your, now you're not doing this on the computer. I'm just showing you. So you have your square, okay? Pardon my really strange looking square. Then you're going to make diagonals from 3 of your apexes or your corners, okay? Now you're doing this on paper, okay? And then you're going to connect them. Yours is going to look way better than mine because I'm using a trackpad. But if it doesn't, that's okay. You're still giving me an idea that you know what a cube is, okay? For your sphere, you have a circle. Oops, sorry. Here's your circle. Again, I'm using the trackpad, so it's a little difficult to do. And then you're going to create a curve and then a dot. Hold on. Okay. So that is your cube and your sphere. Okay. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for the fact that you have the concept down. This is a practice sheet. All right. Then you're going to give me your own form. I did a cone, but you can do any form that you want to do. Okay. All right. For value, you're going to write the definition that you see in the poster. the lightness or darkness of a color. This is a value scale, okay? Value scale. And any type of shading is also a value scale, okay? So when you add black to a color, add white to a color, that is also a value. Any type of shading is a value, all right? Add white, it's a tint. Add black, it's a shade. Okay, so the answers are here for you. On your paper, after you tell me which one is a shade and which one is a tint, on your paper, you're going to create a value scale, which is a rectangle with lines inside of it. And then you're going to put the word value in block letters, or you may trace this slide, and then you're going to put value in each letter. Okay, you can give me solid values, you can give me a gradient, you can give me shading, that's up to you. For your value scale, I drew a rectangle with 1, 2, 3, 4 lines inside of it. So it separates it into 5 separate pieces. And then you're going to color this in lightly with your pencil. Press down a little bit more for the third one. Press down a little bit more for the fourth one, and you're going to color it completely with your pencil on the fifth one. So each block is a little bit darker than the one before. For my example, I did a dark circle and a light circle. That is a difference in lightness and darkness. Okay? All right. For color, you're going to draw the elements. Draw the definition, write the definition. I'm just messing up today. Okay. Hue is the name of the color. Value is the lightness and darkness of that color. The intensity is how bright or how dull the color is. It tells you what the warm colors are. It tells you what the cool colors are. It tells you the primary colors, the secondary colors. We haven't gone over analogous, so skip that for right now. Monochromatic, which is different levels of one color. Complementary colors, which are colors that are across from each other on the color wheel. Okay. And then you have tertiary colors on here as well, which we're not going to go over right now, but it tells you here on this color wheel. Okay. All right. So you're going to drag and drop what these are. These are complementary colors because if I look here, yellow and purple are across from each other. So they are complementary. Monochromatic because this is all one color. Warm colors, if you think about fire, that will help you remember warm colors. And the cool colors are green, green, blue, and purple. Okay, these are the cool colors. On your paper, please get one colored pencil, one color, and you're going to create your value scale the same way you did with your writing pencil, okay, also known as your graphite pencil. And you are going to do the same thing with your color that you chose. Okay, so here is my example. Okay, and then I colored in my block letters. I did it 2 different colors. Okay, you could do all one color. You could do a different color for each letter. That's totally up to you. Again, I'm not looking for perfection. This is just a practice sheet so I'll know that you're grasping these concepts. All right. Then we are going to move on to space. You're going to type in the definition, the area around, inside, or between shapes or forms. Here it tells you the difference between positive space, negative space. Foreshortening is on here as well, but we're not going to go over that right now. But if you include that as your example, that's totally fine. Perspective, linear perspective, and then you have different types of space. You have foreground, middle ground, and background. These are all types of examples that you can put on your paper. Then you're going to do your drag and drop. The foreground is always the area that is closest to you. The middle ground is the middle, and the background is what is furthest away. All right. On your paper, you're going to write overlapping, change in size, shading, and placement, and then my own. You're going to create your own type of space on that section as well. So I'm going to go to my example. I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see what I did. All right. So this is my example. I did positive and negative space for my example, which I just took straight off the poster. Overlapping, I use a triangle for all of my examples. So overlapping is when you have an object in front of another object. So all I did was draw an incomplete shape behind the triangle to show that it's behind. Change in size, I have my triangle and I made a smaller triangle next to it. Items that are smaller means they are further away. Okay, change in size. Shading, I turned my triangle into a form because the triangle is a shape. I turned it into a pyramid and I shaded in one area of that shape, of the form. You can also put a shadow that counts as shading, okay? It just lets me know where the light source is coming from. It gives an illusion of space. Placement. So I made two triangles and I put a triangle in between them. That's placement. So in between, on top of, next to, behind, things like that. And then my own, I did a cup. All right. Here you see I chose to draw a cup on top of a plate. Yes, the top of a small plate, okay, a cup and saucer. I used placement. The cup is on top of the plate, and I also used overlapping. So this is my example. You don't have to do such a complicated example. You could do any example of space. You could do a change in size, shading, placement. You could do overlapping, positive and negative space. You could do 1-point perspective, foreground, middle ground, background. All right. Finally, we have texture. All right. The way something feels or looks like it could feel. So you're going to type that. You have real texture or actual texture. Okay. The way something actually feels when you touch it with your hand. And then you have implied texture. Things that looks like it could feel that way, but it's on a flat surface. Right? Lines and patterns are great for creating texture too. So you don't have to just draw something that's fluffy. If you do lines and patterns, that's another way to create texture. Right? So on the next slide, you're going to drag the words that apply to that image. So the snake skin is actual texture because if I touch a snake, you'll feel the scales. This is using lines and patterns for the snake scales. So they're both implied, right? And finally, you're going to draw the word texture. And in each letter, you are going to create a type of texture. These are types of texture that you can do. You could do dash lines. You can create a pattern. You could do a gradient. What I did, and I'll make it bigger so you can see. I made my example was something that's fluffy. Like if you draw a cloud, it's fluffy. If you do slime, it's slimy. You can do shiny, any kind of adjective, spiky, cracked, rough, you could do a brick, you can do sandy, right? And then I took that fluffy and I made each letter fluffy. Okay. You can do your texture however you like. You can do a different texture in each letter. You can make it slimy. Okay. Your example does not have to be your lettering. All right. And when you are done, you do not need to insert your image if you've done it in class. If you did it at home, you're going to insert your images in a slide. So you are going to, I'm going to erase these because you don't need them anymore. Okay. You're going to put your images in these slides. So press the plus sign to create a new slide and insert image camera, an image of each paper. Now you may also use your phone and insert your image in the slide and then submit the entire document so I can grade it. Okay, I will be grading these by Sunday. So anything that's not received by Saturday midnight, you'll have a missing grade. Okay, so please make sure you turn these in. Do not wait until Monday morning because it will be considered missing. All right. I'm not giving extra time during class to turn these in. All right, you'll have to do that during your warm-up time, the first 10 minutes of class. All right. If you have any questions, please message me, Sasha_Carotas-Odom at ccpsnet.net. And hopefully this video has been helpful for you. All right. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you